Hello students, today we will discuss some few problems from the exercise 10G of Telugu Academy 1B based on increasing and decreasing functions. In the previous session we had discussed how to find out in which interval the function is strictly increasing or decreasing, that is based on the critical points. So what is a critical point? A point where the derivative is 0 or undefined. So that point is called the critical point. So based on the critical points, so now we will see one problem, that is, let f of x is equal to sin x minus cos x defined on closed interval 0 to 2 pi. Determine the intervals in which f of x is strictly increasing or decreasing. Means for a given function the domain is closed interval 0 to 2 pi. Means it is a complete one cycle. So we will see the solution. So given f of x is equal to sin x minus cos x, and what is the derivative? F dash of x. If we need to find out the critical points, we require the derivative, the first derivative. So derivative of sin x is cos x minus derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So that is cos x plus sin x. So the critical points where f dash of x is 0 or undefined is cos x plus sin x is equal to 0, implies cos x is equal to minus sin x, or 1 is equal to minus sin x by cos x, or we can say sin x by cos x is tan x. So tan x is equal to minus 1. So for what x, this tan x is minus 1. As tan x is a negative value, so negative value lies, tan x lies in, or tan x is negative in second quadrant as well as fourth quadrant, as the domain is 0 to 2 pi. So what are the values whose tan x is minus 1? Means x is equal to 3 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. So 3 pi by 4 lies in the second quadrant, that is 135 degrees, and 7 pi by 4 is an angle lies in the fourth quadrant, and that is 315 degrees. So these are the critical points. Now divide the interval 0 to 2 pi into subintervals. So what are the subintervals? So on the 0 to 2 pi, divide with critical points, that is 3 pi by 4 from which is smaller, 3 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. So that is, what are the subintervals? 0 to 3 pi by 4. One is 3 pi by 4 to 7 pi by 4, and the other interval is 7 pi by 4 to 2 pi. Now that is the second step. Now third step is to find the sign of its derivative. What type of sign? If it is positive sign, then it will be increasing. If it is negative, then it will be decreasing. Now if x is equal to, choose a point between 0 to 3 pi by 4. Choose any point which lies in between 0 to 135 degrees. So if I choose 90 degrees, if x is equal to pi by 2, then what will be f dash of pi by 2? What will be f dash of pi by 2? What is f dash of x? Cos x plus sin x. So it will be cos pi by 2 plus sin pi by 2. So what will be the value? Cos 90 is 0, sin 90 is 1. So 0 plus 1 will be 1, which is greater than 0. So what we can conclude is the function increases in 0 to 3 pi by 4. Next, if x is equal to, choose any point in between 3 pi by 4, 135 to 315. So if I choose 180 degrees, if x is equal to pi, then what is f dash of pi? Cos pi plus sin pi, which is cos pi is minus 1, sin pi is 0. So which leads to minus 1, which is less than 0. Next, if x is equal to, choose an angle in between 315 to 360. Now choose a value between 315 to 360. I choose a 330 degrees, means which is 11 pi by 6. So 11 pi by 6. Then f dash of 11 pi by 6, or we can say f dash of it will be 330 degrees. So cos 330 plus sin 330. What is cos 330? 330 means 360 minus 30. Cos of 360 minus 30 plus sin of 360 minus 30. 360 minus 30 lies in the fourth quadrant. When fourth quadrant, cos is positive, and it is an even multiple of 90, so trigonometric ratio does not change, so it will be cos 30, and this gives to minus sin 30, as sin in fourth quadrant it will be negative. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2 minus sin 30 is 1 by 2, which will be a positive number. Root 3 is approximately 1.7 minus 1 means 0.7 by 2, 0.35, which is positive. So these are the signs in different subintervals. Means in 0 to 3 pi by 4 we got positive sign, in 3 pi by 4 we got a negative sign, and 7 pi by 4 we got again a positive sign. So from this what we can conclude is the function f of x is equal to sin x minus cos x is strictly increasing in 0 to 3 pi by 4, strictly decreasing in 3 pi by 4 to 7 pi by 4, and again increasing in 7 pi by 4 to 2 pi. So we will write down the conclusion. So the conclusion is the function f of x strictly increases in what intervals? 0 comma 3 pi by 4, means 0 to 3 pi by 4. From 0 to 3 pi by 4 it is growing up, and from 3 pi by 4 and again from 7 pi by 4 to 2 pi it is growing up. Next, the function f of x strictly decreases in what interval? 3 pi by 4 to 7 pi by 4. So these are the conclusions on increasing and decreasing. Next problem please. The second problem is, find the intervals in which the function f of x is equal to 6 minus 9x minus x square is strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. Means in which interval it is increasing and in which interval it is decreasing, we have to find out based on the critical points. And what is the domain of this given function? As it is a polynomial function, it is true, it is get satisfied for all values, means the domain of this function is R, that is from minus infinity to plus infinity. So solution, given f of x is equal to 6 minus 9x minus x square, and f dash of x, what is the derivative of this function? Derivative of 6 is 0. Minus is or minus. Derivative of 9x is 9. Minus is or minus. Derivative of x square will be 2x. So therefore, f dash of x will be minus 2x minus 9. So the critical points where f dash of x is 0 or undefined. We can't have the undefined because it is a linear function. So is minus 2x minus 9 is equal to 0 implies minus 2x is equal to 9. So x is equal to minus 9 by 2. So that is the critical point. So on dividing means, okay, so what is our domain? That is from minus infinity to plus infinity on the x-axis. So the number is minus 9 by 2. So that lies between minus infinity to plus infinity. So on dividing minus infinity to plus infinity to into sub intervals. What are the sub intervals? Minus infinity to minus 9 by 2 is one, and another is minus 9 by 2 to plus infinity. Now choose a value. 9 by 2 means minus 9 by 2 means it is minus 4.5. Now choose a value. If x is equal to any value between minus infinity to minus 4.5. So if I choose minus 5 or minus 6 or minus 7, if I choose minus 5, then f dash of minus 5, what will be minus 5? F dash of x is minus 2x minus 9. So it will be minus 2 times of minus 5 minus 9. So what will be the result? Minus 2 into minus 5 plus 10. 10 minus 9, it gives to 1. So which is greater than 0. And if x is equal to a number in another subinterval, that is from minus 9 by 2 to infinity. 0 also is a number which is a number in between minus 9 by 2 to infinity. So 0. Then f dash of 0 will be minus 2 times of 0 minus 9, which is minus 9 less than 0. So what we can conclude is in minus infinity to minus 9 by 2, we are getting a positive slopes, and in between minus 9 by 2 to infinity we are getting a negative slopes. So the function f of x strictly increases in minus infinity to minus 9 by 2 and strictly decreases in what interval? Minus 9 by 2 to infinity. So these are the intervals where the function is increasing and decreasing. Next problem. Next problem is find the intervals in which the function f of x is equal to x into e to the power of x is strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. So where the function is increasing and decreasing again. So the solution is given f of x is equal to x into e to the power of x, as the function is a product of two functions. It is a UV rule. You have to apply for differentiation. You have to apply a UV rule where u is the x and v is the second function, that is e to the power of x. Now f dash of x is equal to d by dx of x into e to the power of x. So that is d by dx of x derivative of u into e to the power of x plus x into d by dx of e to the power of x. So what is the derivative of x with respect to x is 1 into e to the power of x plus x into derivative of e to the power of x is e to the power of x. So which is e to the power of x times of x plus 1. So that is the derivative. Now, so the critical points where f dash of x is 0 or does not exist, we don't have the option of does not exist in this function. So therefore f dash of x is equal to 0 implies e to the power of x times of x plus 1 is equal to 0, which is x is equal to minus 1. As x plus 1 is equal to 0, e to the power of x cannot be 0. As e to the power of x is always a positive number, and x plus 1 is equal to 0 means x is equal to minus 1. So what is our domain of the given function is R on dividing minus infinity to infinity into subintervals. So what are the subintervals? As it is minus infinity to plus infinity, so in between minus 1, that is minus infinity to minus 1 and minus 1 to plus infinity. If x is equal to a number in between minus infinity to minus 1, so if I choose minus 2, minus 3 or some value, so if I go for minus 3, then because minus 3 is a number in between minus infinity to minus 1, then f dash of minus 3, we will check it, that is e to the power of minus 3 into minus 3 plus 1, which is minus 2 by e cube, which will be a negative value. Minus 2 by e cube. E cube is positive, so minus 2 by e cube is a number which is less than 0. Next, if x is equal to 0, because I have to choose a number in between minus infinity to minus 1 to infinity. So you may choose 0, you may choose 1, you may choose 2, 3, 4. You will be getting a positive slopes. So if x is equal to 0, then f dash of 0 will be e to the power of 0 into 0 plus 1, which is 1, which is greater than 0, means positive slope. So what we can conclude from this subintervals are the function strictly decreasing means where the slopes are negative. So from in which interval we are getting a negative slopes means in between x is equal to minus 3 means in between minus infinity to minus 1. In minus infinity to minus 1 and strictly increasing in minus 1 to infinity. So these are the intervals where the function is increasing and decreasing. Next problem. So the next problem is find the intervals in which the function f of x is equal to x cube into x minus 2 whole square is strictly increasing and strictly decreasing, means where the function is increasing or decreasing. So we will see the solution. Given f of x is equal to x cube times of x minus 2 whole square. So what is the derivative? F dash of x is d by dx of x cube into x minus 2 whole square. Again, it is the product of two functions. So which is d by dx of x cube into x minus 2 whole square plus x cube into d by dx of x minus 2 whole square. So what is the derivative of x cube? Is 3x square into x minus 2 whole square plus x cube into derivative of x minus 2 whole square. It is like x square. So 2 times of x minus 2 into derivative of x minus 2, d by dx of x minus 2. So which is 3x square times of x minus 2 whole square plus 2x cube times of x minus 2 into derivative of x minus 2 is 1. So if there is any possibility of taking the common, we can take x square, we can take common, x minus 2 also we can take common. So it will be 3 times of x minus 2, 3 times of x minus 2 plus 2 is there. So we can take 2 among x cube, already we have taken x square. So it will be 2. So which is x square x minus 2 into 3x plus 2x 5x minus 6, because 3 into 2 minus 6. So this is the derivative. Now we have to find out the critical points. The critical points where f dash of x is 0 is x square times of x minus 2 times of 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. So the product of three functions is 0, means if any one of them is 0, then the product will be 0. So what we can conclude is x square is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0 or 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. So what are the critical points? X is equal to 0, x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 6 by 5. 5x minus 6 is equal to 0 means 6 by 5, which is approximately 1.2. So that is, the given domain is minus infinity to plus infinity. And what are the values from left to right are smaller to bigger is, first is 0, next is 6 by 5 because 1.2 and the another is 2. Means divide the interval minus infinity to infinity into subintervals. Subintervals, that is minus infinity to 0, 0 comma 6 by 5, 6 by 5 comma 2 and 2 to infinity. Now if x is equal to, choose any value between minus infinity to 0, means in this interval, if I choose minus 1, then f dash of minus 1, what will be minus 1? F dash of x is x square. So minus 1 whole square into minus 1 minus 2. Minus 1 minus 2 means substitute minus 1 in f dash of x. So f dash of x is this one. So minus 1 whole square into minus 1 minus 2 and 5 times of minus 1 minus 6. What is the value? Minus 1 whole square is positive. Minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 into minus 5 minus 6 minus 11, which is 33 greater than 0. Positive. Next, if x is equal to a number in between 0 to 6 by 5. 6 by 5 means 1.2. So 1 is also a number. Put 1, then f dash of 1 will be 1 whole square into 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 into 5 minus 6. So again 1 minus 2 is minus 1 into minus 1, which is 1 greater than 0. Next, if x is equal to a number 6 by 5 to 2, 1.2 to 2, so we go for 1.5. 1.5 then f dash of 1.5 will be 1.5 whole square into 1.5 minus 2 into 5 times of 1.5. 5 times of 1.5 means 7.5 minus 6. So what will be the result? 1.5 whole square means 2.25 and 1.5 minus 2 means is a negative value. 7.5 minus 6 means again it is 1.5. So overall the product, the value will be a negative value. So minus 2.25 into 0.5 into 1.5, which is less than 0 because we are getting a negative slope. Next, 2 to infinity. If x is equal to 3, then f dash of 3 will be 3 square into 5 times of 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 into 5 into 3 minus 6. 5 into 3 minus 6, which is 3 square 9. 3 minus 2 1. 5 3 is 15 minus 6 again 9. So which is 81 greater than 0. So these are the signs in different subintervals. So what we can conclude from this picture is, in minus infinity to 0, what we are getting the slope is positive sign. In 0 to 6 by 5, you are getting a positive sign again. In 6 by 5 to 2, so we are getting a negative sign. In between 2 to infinity, again we are getting a positive sign. Means the function is strictly increasing in between minus infinity to 6 by 5 and 2 to infinity, and the function is decreasing in 6 by 5 to 2. So what we can conclude is strictly increasing. So in which interval? Minus infinity to direct 6 by 5 and 2 to infinity. Strictly decreasing in from where 6 by 5 to 2. So these are the intervals where the function is increasing and decreasing. Next problem. So next problem is, show that f of x is equal to cos square x is strictly decreasing in 0 to pi by 2. Means the domain is open interval 0 to pi by 2. Now we'll see the solution. Normally strictly decreasing means the slopes of the function should be less than 0. Now given f of x is equal to cos square x. So f dash of x, which is d by dx of cos square x. So what is the derivative of cos square x? It is in the form of x square. So 2 cos x into d by dx of cos x. That is 2 cos x into derivative of cos x is minus sin x, which is minus 2 sin x cos x. So what is 2 sin x cos x is sin 2x. So minus sin 2x. So these are the this is the derivative. Now we have to find out the critical points. So the critical point where f dash of x is 0 is minus sin 2x is equal to 0, implies sin 2x is equal to 0. Means it is for what 2x angle this will be 0. So as the domain is in between 0 to pi by 2 only, or we can go for a general formula n pi. So 2x is equal to n pi, where n belongs to z. So x is equal to n pi by 2, where n belongs to z. As 2x is n pi, then x is equal to n pi by 2. Where n is what? Z. But we had to find out the critical points in between 0 to pi by 2. If you put n is equal to 1, pi by 2. If n is equal to minus 1, minus pi by 2. Means there are no critical points exist in between 0 to pi by 2. Why? Because if I put n is equal to 1, it is pi by 2, which is the end point. If I put n is equal to minus 1, minus pi by 2 means which is an angle does that exist in between 0 to pi by 2. So therefore there are no critical points. If we have a critical points, then we can divide the interval into subintervals. But there is no critical point means we have to consider the whole interval as it is. There are no critical points in 0 to pi by 2. Now choose a value in between 0 to pi by 2. Means if x is equal to pi by 4, choose any value, either it may be 15 degrees, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 75 degrees or any angle. But as we are familiar with 45 degrees, which is a 45 degrees, which is an angle in between 0 to pi by 2. Then what will be f dash of x? Then f dash of pi by 4. So what is the sign we are getting? We have to find out. So minus sine 2x minus sine 2 times of pi by 4, which is minus sine pi by 2. 2 into pi by 4 is pi by 2, which is minus 1, which is what we can use negative slope. Since in between 0 to pi by 2 we are getting in negative slopes, what we can conclude? Therefore the function f of x is equal to cos square x is strictly decreasing in 0 to pi by 2. So these are the few problems from the exercise, and we will come back with a few more problems from the same exercise in the next session. Thank you.